They say the skies are friendly, but not every passenger makes it so. On a routine morning flight from Atlanta to Chicago, a 34-year-old black flight attendant named Amina Taylor faced the kind of prejudice that turns a normal workday into a defining moment. What started as subtle comments from a first-class passenger quickly escalated into open humiliation. But what he didn't know was that Amina wasn't just any flight attendant. She had receipts, resilience, and a reputation, and she refused to be bullied. Hey squad, welcome back to the channel. We're here for stories of grit, guts, and epic comebacks. Smash the subscribe button, hit like, and drop your city in the comments. Let's fly into this one. It was a Tuesday, early boarding a full flight. Flight 482 was scheduled to depart Hartsfield-Jackson at 8:05 a.m. Amina had worked this route before. 5 years with Crescent Airways, she'd earned her seniority, her stripes, and the respect of nearly every crew member she worked with. Her uniform was sharp, her service sharper. She took pride in treating everyone with dignity, whether they were sipping champagne in row 1A or buckling in with toddlers in row 32B. First-class passengers were already settling in as she walked through the cabin, confirming seat assignments and assisting with luggage. That's when she met him, James Rollins, mid-50s, salt and pepper hair, expensive suit, and an air that screamed entitlement. "Put my jacket somewhere it won't get wrinkled," he said, not looking at her, just tossing it toward her like she was invisible. Amina caught the jacket mid-air. "Certainly, sir," she replied calmly, folding it neatly and placing it in the overhead bin. He didn't thank her. Instead, he muttered to the woman next to him, just loud enough, "Guess anyone can wear a uniform these days?" Amina didn't flinch. She'd heard worse. But as the flight continued, so did he. Snide comments, eye rolls, loud complaints that the service wasn't up to Crescent standards. Halfway through the flight, he pressed the call button 3 times in a row, demanding a glass of sparkling water. When Amina brought it, he sneered, "You finally figured it out, huh?" A passenger in 2C noticed. So did another in 1B, whispers began. Why is he talking to her like that? Then came the breaking point. A minor turbulence alert required Amina to instruct all passengers to buckle up. She moved through the cabin quickly. When she reached Rollins, he was still typing away on a tablet. "Sir, I'll need you to put that away and fasten your seatbelt." He looked up slowly, eyes narrow. "You don't tell me what to do." "It's FAA regulation," she replied, calm but firm. He raised his voice. "I pay more for this seat than your entire monthly salary. Don't forget your place." The cabin fell silent. Amina locked eyes with him. "My place is to ensure every passenger's safety, including yours. Please fasten your seatbelt." He stared, waiting for her to fold. She didn't. "Hey fans, before we continue, we've noticed most of you love watching our videos but haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. It takes a sec, it keeps you in the loop, and helps us bring you more epic tales." Now back to it. Rollins finally clicked the belt into place, but not before sneering, "Unbelievable. Diversity hires run the whole show now." That was it. Amina walked straight to the intercom and requested the presence of the lead flight attendant and the captain. Within moments, both arrived at row 1A. Amina explained the situation, not with emotion, but with clarity. "He's created a hostile environment, violated multiple passenger conduct codes, and refused safety compliance." Rollins scoffed. "So what?" "She's being dramatic." The captain looked at him and said, "Sir, we operate under strict protocol. Disrespect to crew is not tolerated. You will disembark at O'Hare and not continue your connection until this is resolved." Rollins turned red. "Do you even know who I am?" "Yes," said the captain. "You're a man who's about to be flagged on our no-fly list." Passengers clapped quietly. One woman leaned over and whispered to Amina, "I saw the whole thing. You handled that with class." When the plane landed, TSA officers were already waiting at the gate. Rollins was escorted off, not loudly, not in handcuffs, but in a way that made it clear he wasn't welcome. Back at Crescent headquarters, passenger reports poured in, emails from people on the flight praising Amina for her professionalism. Several even offered to sign written statements. HR reviewed everything and gave Amina the highest commendation issued in flight service, the Wings of Honor. But that wasn't the end. 3 weeks later, James Rollins' name showed up in the news. A LinkedIn post circulated where a senior executive at his firm acknowledged that a partner was recently dismissed following an investigation into misconduct on a commercial airline. The industry knew who it was. As for Amina, she was promoted, given the lead instructor role in Crescent's new diversity and passenger conduct training program. She now travels the country training new crew members not just on safety, but on self-respect, because sometimes the loudest act of power is standing still in your dignity. And she never once raised her voice. If this story grounded you in some truth, smash that like button, drop your city in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that fly beyond the clouds.